Alright guys, let us create the featured topic section with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 buttons. So the way to do that is to go to Bootstrap, click on components, click on buttons, and the most likely button that looks like here is the light button. Look at it here. So we're going to copy the class. So that is all we need to copy the class. Alright, then we need to duplicate our container again. So one way to do that is to go look for the one we already have. Where am I? I'm lost in my code. We've written so much code that it's easy to get lost. Alright, somewhere here. Good. We have container. This is what I'm looking for. So at the bottom, we'll create a container element, and then we can do a div. Alright, so we're gonna call this one featured topics. So featured topics. Alright, makes sense now. Now the next thing we're gonna do is to just dump buttons inside. So let's go get some buttons. The first, so you go to your documentation of Bootstrap, click on components, click on buttons, and we're gonna copy this. The reason why we're copying the class is that it's not going to be a button, it's a link. Look at it here, it's clickable. So if we come here, we can do a href pointing to any random link. Then we can work with the class. Then we can do this way. And what are we going to call? The first one is photography. So let us see what it looks like. We'll refresh. Let's see if it looks remotely like what we're looking for. If we scroll down, yeah, it sort of looks like what we're looking for. Another thing we can try and do is to put a border to it. From this section we can look for the border. Some of them have borders like this one, or secondary. I think we should work with secondary. So outline secondary, btn outline secondary. Yeah, something like this will work for us. You can take your time out to straighten out the parts or adjust the colors, but I'm going to work with this. We have btn. We can just, depending on what you're good at, we can add shadows. Let's see, let me show you. You can add shadows. If you come to Bootstrap, you can do shadow. See shadows, you click on it, takes you from shadows is found in utilities. Look at it under utilities, shadows. So no shadow, this is small shadow, this is regular shadow. So we're going to add a small shadow, that is shadow-sm. That's how you add a small shadow. So if we add a small shadow here, let us see how it will look like. And we'll come here, we'll refresh. That's our button here. It's now easier to see. But one thing you have to observe is that on Udemy, the background is not exactly white. This background, look at it, it's not exactly white. That's why these buttons are showing. But in our own case, our background is still white. I know why I have not changed the background to not be white. We will change it sometime as we go down. So I'm just going to put this border. So that's basically how to use borders. There is, if you want a shadow, if you want to increase the shadow size, you can do regular shadow, just shadow. Then if you want the shadow to be large, you put large shadow. So if we just do just shadow, that's when we'll see something like this. I think I should put some spaces at the bottom. We're going to remove these spaces later. The reason I'm putting it is so that we can be able to see what we're working with. If I refresh, it's not easy to see. So this makes sense for me for now. And let us now duplicate them. How many buttons do we need? We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 buttons. Oop. So we can start writing digital marketing, project management, graphic design, digital marketing, project management, graphic design, web design, data science, and what else? Python, SQL, and piano. Python, SQL, and piano. Alright, I think we're good. If we refresh, let's see how the market is. So makes sense. Remember that we can now actually increase the distance between them. Remember how we can do that? We can simply do that by doing margin x1. We'll do that in all of them. Margin x1, margin x1. So this will solve our problem in a way. So there is now space in all of them. Cool. So we're done with the featured topics section. We're now going to do become an instructor and Udemy for business in the next video. This is simple. Having done things similar to that in the past, by now you should know it offhand how to do it. So see you in the next video. We're almost done.